Hey everybody, it's Friday. Welcome to another installment of Tastings at Hophead. Today I have another IPA on deck for you. Shocking, I know. I've got the Hopworks Mosaic IPX today to taste and some bad lighting because it's sunny out. So let's do it. The sun is out. Almost never happens in Utica, New York. We're in a little valley in central New York, which is in the middle of the state, as you might imagine. We don't get a ton of sunshine, so when we do, you have to drink a beer. It's just a rule that I have. Plus, it's Friday. So, what do we have today? The Hopworks IPX. I'm interested in this beer because I didn't know before this beer that there was anything to do with salmon and beer brewing and hop growing. I didn't know. So apparently some hop growing negatively impacts salmon and these hops do not. So they've been really thoughtful and mindful about that, which is great. So what else we got? It promises me it will be tropical and floral, and I like both of those things. I'm always interested in trying one hop IPAs that are strongly hopped because I don't really like to drink beer. I'm obsessed with hops. I really wonder how much of how we feel when we drink craft beer is because of the hops. I'm really interested in taking hops in something other than a tincture like this, trying some hop teas and seeing how those make me feel. So the taste and the effect of hops is really interesting to me on a whole other level outside of craft beer. So, there's a little something on the bottle about the hop growers as well. This beer is from Portland, Oregon. That's where Hopworks Urban Brewery is. They are who make this beer. We have 60 IBUs here, and it's 6% alcohol by volume, which is really great because it's a little something, but it won't put me on the floor because these are big bottles. So drinking all of one of these, you know, I'm kind of a cheap date, so I don't really need to do that. This beer is certified organic, which is pretty slick. And it is a part of their single hop ale series. So that's pretty much it. Let's see. The folks who grew these lovely hops for us today are at Roy Farms in Moxie, Washington. WA is Washington. Moxie, Washington. So let's crack it open and give it a shot. Here, I had to move the camera a bit today because I tried about the lighting. Okay. Okay, we are going to again sample out of my not IPA but almost IPA glasses. We don't want any of that in this magnificent organic beer. Okay, let's see what color it comes out. Oh, this is a good sign. Is it a Deepa? It's not. It's a little dark. Isn't it? It's a bit dark. So that's interesting. Nice frothing there, not too much. Yeah, geez, I mean, obviously, you pretty much can see through this. I don't know if you can tell that that's my finger. So this beer is quite translucent. Oh, it smells really good. That's always the moment of truth for me, especially when they look a bit dark like this. Okay, that is overwhelmingly pineapple, which I guess is tropical. Oh, not a terribly sticky head on that beer. Yeah, okay. You can smell some of the malt, but I think it's going to be kind of like ruination level malt, which is okay with me. That's fine. Let's give it a taste. Oh. Hmm. Oh. Oh, the finish is very earthy. Okay, so that's interesting. So now let me talk to my beer people who aren't totally sure exactly what the words everybody use means for just a minute. I was going to say this tasted a lot like a ruination. Then the finish happened. So that's interesting to know. So the finish is really grassy, earthy. It's very clean. Yeah, so interesting. So with the ruination, I feel like you get citrus on the front, which is the same as this, and a little bit of floral on the front, a little bit, and then not really floral on the finish, where I feel ruination is pretty floral on the rear end, so to speak. So this is a really good beer. This is a very good beer. If you if you like craft beer, but you sort of long for the days when craft beer didn't necessarily mean there was like guava or ice cream, or I have a an IPA from Omnipollo that's going to taste like s'mores coming up very soon, and like, you know, if you're not into that, buy this beer. This beer is like really a beer. You could bring this to any party. I hazard to say that if you were at a party without a bunch of craft beer fans, they would enjoy this beer. I'm so relieved. That's a really respectable beer to have in the stable. So this is the first beer from what is it? Hopworks Urban Brewery that I have tried. So let me know if you guys have tried some and if they're all this great, because, you know, I'm going to have someone new to obsess about, or the folks at Adroit Theory are going to start getting nervous. I really feel like I've been fangirling kind of hard on that. I don't want to make it sound like the beer is boring, because this beer is delicious, but it's delicious in sort of, it's not very aggressive. It is quite bitter. I would say that it's very well balanced. There's a moderate amount of malt, but they're not really rich, toasty, sweet malts. So it works out really well. But that makes the beer pretty balanced, which is always, you know, something that I mean, I think most people are looking for. Um, and it certainly is hoppy. So if you like hoppy beers, or you know, you like sort of hoppy beers, you could probably share this with a friend if you're like a hophead and they're sort of sometimes a closet pilsner drinker. So, all right, well, Hopworks Urban Brewery, I give two thumbs up for this beer. I have no complaints. I think it's really tasty. I think it's kind of old school, or simple in a wonderful way. And I think it's supposed to be simple because it is showing off the Mosaic hop. So that's really cool. One other thing I want to add before we wrap this up, I have another Mosaic hop, single hopped beer from Freem in the Tavor box. So we're going to get to try that and sort of compare and contrast. I thought about trying it tonight along with this one, but I think I want to do all three Freems together. So we'll have this little video between the two of us so I can remember exactly how I felt about this one, and I will compare it to the other one when I drink that. Okay, So that wraps it up for this tasting. And as always, I really encourage you to check out the blog if you found your way to us by YouTube. We are called the Hophead blog. You can find us at www.hophead.pro. We also have a very active Twitter and Facebook. I especially encourage you to follow us on Twitter. I really like Twitter, so I'm over there a lot. We curate a lot of beer news and also like to retweet what you guys are drinking. I really just kind of like to see a constant stream of beer. Are you the same? Follow us on Twitter. Also, there's always, like I said, a companion blog post along with these videos. And if you just scroll down the page, you'll see our previous posts, which are about the Pseudo Sue double dry hopped Citra beer, which is like, I can't even. And also Uwe has tasted, the Stillwater Extra Dry and Psychedelic Popcorn by that wonderful brewery whose name I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce because I can't make any of these Scandinavian noises yet. So thanks a lot, you guys. Have a great night. I hope you have a beer. If you have a beer, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you send me a picture of it on Twitter. See you later.